Elfin Lee level of fuckery, we might be in for a bad time. And nothing wrong with that, Tarm. Good to see ya. I am a service, not an obligation. And hello there, Kamivax. Way way. What was my most recent save? It was this one. Service request form F29. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Oh yeah, the numeric keypad. Actually, that's right. Everything is starting to rot over. Yeah, things aren't going right anymore. Right, I need gun. What do I have bullets for? Rifle, flares, grenades. Running low on munitions, though. Flashlight is on. That's aiming. Oh god, what? Ah, yes, let me just pull out the death ability. Those are grenade shells. Hold on. I remember this. The manual is... here it is. The default code is 204512. 204512. Classroom key. Look, he just wants to splash mud around. You've been here before. Together to victory over the Empire. Only one way. Ah yes, God is casually defeated by the most insidious of creatures. Birds. Oh, what the fuck? Am I really starting off that bad? Fucking yikes, broski. There's... I do not have enough shotgun shells for this party. Avoid. Avoid. Dropping down the hole. You've changed. It's like everything was taken apart and put back together by someone who doesn't understand how it works. I have become whole again. I wear no mask. And I hate everything. Perhaps this is hell. This space is left intentionally blank. Hey there, Skyward. And now, Rotfront. Thank you graciously for the good luck, and yeah, things are going alright with me. How about you, my dude? Welcome back. I did kind of shit, you know, getting through the... Oh, wait, now I have the handgun? Oh, it was just the cutscene. Alright, so... this way. Not going in there immediately. I don't have the shells. I'm hurt. That requires other shenaniganery. Yeah, we're screwed. Fine and dandy. Good stuff. Unlocks from the other side, so I have to get through one of these volleys. Let's try to see if I can't just slip by as best I can. Oh! Oh, baby! Oh, I've seen this thing. Postbox. Protector Edition. Your requisition for a Type 84 submachine gun was successfully processed by an Aeon Commando Rotfront Nord. Protector KLBR. One Type 84 Drake burst fire, and there's 120 rounds somewhere on the station. 8 by 22 millimeter. The locksmith said it'll take at least a period before the replacement key is done. My niece is currently the only other key, but she's still at the hospital right now. That gives us a goal. To the block ward of Sector C, there are rumors there is an Imperial spy active in your area. A Protector Special Forces unit has been dispatched from Aeon headquarters on Haymat to investigate and should arrive within 6 to 12 cycles. Needless to say, should they be successful, this will not be reflect well on your record. You know what to do. As every season, your performance will be subject to a review by the local command soon. Remember that this review will determine if you will be remarked for replacement. I understand you need entry to the bookstore for your patrol, but we do not have a spare key for the front door. However, you can use the back entrance to get into the store. It's secure with a keypad. The code is the birthday of my daughter. Note they were born in Veneta. Check the last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. Kind regards, Anja Ito. Oh, God. Relocation. No. That's, certainly a way of going about it. Thermite flare. Comes with 30. Fires 3-round bursts. Collapsible stock. That is very lovely. Because I was a silly goon who got himself hurt to hell. That should work. Okay, what do I actually want to equip? Honestly, I want to try out the new toy. Most stuff doesn't usually come around in 8 mil. Since enemy density is getting much firmer... Oh, shit. Okay, it's one of these rooms. We need to run in there and just grab things quickly as possible. More grenade shells. Yeah, if it's a NATO-based weapon, it's 9x19 Parabellum. If it's a Eastern-style weapon, it's 9x18. You're more likely to find 10mm than you are to find 8mm. The room is labeled 0512. 2 targets in the room. Nope, dead. I'm fucking on the corner there. Well, not dead, but in a critical status. Back on my tank. Oh, back on my feet. Why is it not letting me... Fuck. Use it in melee. Thank you. Whoa, there's some fucking chunky monkey going on. Repair patches. No space for 12mm. Monfest celebrations canceled over safety concerns. The seasonal Monfest celebration, a young but well-established tradition in most Rockfront sectors, will not be allowed to take place until further notice. The Protector Public Office has announced today. There is a credible threat to public safety that is currently under Protector investigation. Citizens are only to leave home from work and report all suspicious activities to their block warden. When pressed about the rumor of an Imperial spy living in Sector C, the Protector Public Office only repeated their appeal to citizens to report all suspicious activities to a Protector. Oh boy. If we're not stupid, we can save necessary ammo. Oh. It looks like there's a playing card embedded into the paint of the painting. The paint layer is too thick to remove the card without dissolving the paint first. So, what? The photo tank? No, we need some dissolvent of some kind. So I will admit, I have not heard of Entered the Gungeon in ages, but Gungeon is... Well, there's kind of ammo standardization. 9mm, 5.56, 5.45 for Eastern Bloc, 7.62. As we've modernized, ammo has gotten more standardized. But with every nation beforehand having to have developed their own tools, so to speak. There was definitely a lot of occasions where, yeah, things were subject to, things were subject to interpretation of how things were done. Oh, it was fairly bad in the old days. Oh, the colors have changed. Though to be fair, the greatest victory of like Wild West in World War II, um, the biggest victory of it was standardized parts. Is anything that's the only thing that's worse than only thing that's worse than lack of standardized munitions is lack of standardized parts. Needs key. There's a picture of a magpie on the box, above what appears to be a small speaker or a microphone. Teacher's evaluation, Erin Young. The girl without a doubt is remarkably odd, due to her being raised solely by her mother rather than a community of good people overseen by a block warden as normal these days. Her obsession with paintings, music, and other such nonsense was clearly implanted during her time of living in the mountains on that desolate radio outpost. And surely, her friendship with those Venetian-born Ito sisters also exposed her to some of the questionable literature that is illegally sold in their parents' bookstore. She does not seem to understand that these distractions are no longer acceptable now that she must partake in the society of our nation like anyone else. Firstly, I can only hope military service will beat those frivolous ideas out of her in a way that this school has failed to do so far. Hey, in the end of the day, both were damn good weapons, too, so. The only main problem is that the bar was, yeah, basically a giant battle rifle that was fully automatic, compared to just having a machine gun platform. Nope. I'm gonna get slapped on the way out, but... Oh, no. Managed to reset them. Very nice. Hey, Slugix. The bar did need a bigger magazine, or they needed a more dedicated, like, there's a reason why we stole the MG42 as a primary design for a weapon. Thump. Really annoyed that it keeps switching out the targets when aiming is a major factor in conserving ammunition and there's multiple targets and you just keep hot switching them and losing your entire aim bar. That shit gets annoying. Yeah, the Germans knew how to make a machine gun. Anyway, I'm mostly out of SMG at this point. So, I've been getting some nice revolver ammo. We'll transfer over to using that for the time being. Invoke the spirit of the hunter. Unlocks from the other side. Unlocks from the other side. I just wasted this. God damn it. Oh, wait, the pipe works. I might full up on stuff. God, double boating that ammunition is rough. Put away the signal flares for the time being. I will say I definitely feel tougher now that I've got the battle armor on, which makes sense. Acetone, that will definitely work for our purposes. Disposable stun rod. I could jump down there. That seems like a terrible idea. Let's do it. The meat grinder seems broken. It looks safe to drop through the floor below. Zon. Millions starve as Imperial blockade continues. Due to the ongoing transit of Kitse, ration shipments of Veneta have been disrupted by Imperial forces again. Millions of Yuzon citizens must starve for yet another month as Imperial missile frigates in Kitse orbit critically damaged one of our humanitarian convoys on their way to Veneta, sending diplomatic efforts with the Empire into another crisis. The Orb Kitsei will continue to block free travel between Veneta, Rotfront, and Heimat for another 8 seasons, which leaves our Liberation troops on Veneta stranded on the desolate ocean world with minimal support. Convoys will continue to be sent despite the Imperial blockade. Only through perseverance can we rebuild what remains of Veneta. Ah, shit. Where's the target? That's the target. My auto-injector is online. Or rather, I have it. We are currently going through hell. Shit. Oh, that's because there's a Calibri unit. So there is a dedicated automaton or replica unit known as the Calibri. The Calibri is a psyker. So when they mutate, they're hitting you with psychic attacks. However, there's a downside of the Calibri. They are very much hypersensitive and tuned to the nature of the world. So, if you can give them a feedback loop, you make their brain hurty really fucking bad. Which allows you to figure out where the signal is coming from, and then a round through the head will do the job just fine. Even before their mutation, Calibri units were known to be very sensitive to differences, so to speak. They required a hive mind to operate successfully. To the point that, while one could very much, one could keep the unit whole, but one can't alone do it. Well, the unit can keep a single unit whole, but if the whole starts to mutate, so to speak, or rather starts to stray from accepted thought ideology, it's going to corrupt the whole unit. A well-maintained Calibri can keep control over many times more their number. A poorly maintained Calibri unit will start introducing ideas that everyone's a lesbian on the station. Har har, I am funny. Acetone. There we go. The Lover's Arcana. Because being able to mass-produce psychers is a hell of a thing. Okay, so the keypad's over there. I still need to gather more tools. Wait, there's an active train running down here? Locked. Is this other side? Requires lock. Oh, shit, a save station. Patient key. That's to upstairs. 3 stun rods. I can reorganize my lineup to have that. More revolver ammo. Oh yeah, they're giving me enough supply to make this work. I'm gonna make that work if you don't mind. Alley. Another Calibri. Yet. Oh, what the fuck? Didn't take it down. Not looking so hot. Oh, what the fuck? It's not going down. Oh, right, doesn't start as equipped. Fuck. Probably. I was probably bouncing off its face more than I cared to admit. That's not good. I blew every stun rod I had there. Thermite flare. That's more appropriate weapon. Nitro Express ammo. Bioresonance technology and its limitations. No other technology has shaped our nation like bioresonance has. Would we ever have been able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of the replicas? Essential technologies like kilmoforming and induced gravity would be impossible without bioresonance technology. Despite that, it feels like we've made little effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects with conventional technology. Our progress in the development of electrics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now, as we focus solely on new ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomenon. Take replica production. For example, the process of replicating a neural pattern from a gestalt donor to a replica brain is still not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is the duplicate imperfect? What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? Recreating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe we've become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we're back to where we were under the Empire. Perladila. You fucker. Yeah, that was far more damage and far more hurt than I needed to go through. Wasting 6 full reload on that is bad. Oh, shit. Honestly, I should probably transfer over to having Thermite as my melee option. Try to not alert the entire room. I have been in here before. Red disc. The door is locked. All the doors defective. In we go. Great. This is where the Arcana go. Dream Diary. 6th night. I dreamed I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover in the red fields of Kitsay, where the storm consumed us, the sands grinding us down until nothing remained. 13th night. I was a worker in the mines of Lang, when I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh. My flesh joining with the flesh of many others until only my bones remained. My mind joined to the collective of flesh, which persists beyond death. 16th night. As the storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper in Veneta, but I never reached the ocean below. I kept falling when suddenly struck by the building, and lightning struck the building and I woke up. I was floating in the sunless sea below the ice of Rotfront when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me in the moon's dark core. I saw a burning eye in the sky and the clouds above Buyan. I was walking through the floating imperial palace when the gaze of the sun-like iris burned my body to ashes. Definitely the tower. Oh. Okay. No going back inside then. Metabank. And Gabriel. Rot C. Medical history. Chronic asthma. Osteoporosis. Severe hearing loss. Cochlear implant requested. Oh. Ito Erica. Ito Butcher. Oh, they're the same. Hello, Kraken. Okay. Wrong Wazita. Wait, that's the same three symbols of the, replica technician. That's the Calibri, three dots on the head. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, multiple sclerosis, insomnia. Patient is forgetful about her medication. Replica technician. Did not an irritable bronchial asthma did not react well to antibiotics. Very active in sporting activities, sprained ankle grade 1. Regularly treated for small lesions, very prone to accidents. Minor fracture left shin, double fracture right arm, major laceration forehead. Well, that explains why she has a bandage on her head, if that's the same person I'm thinking of. I'm noticing a lot of bronchial infections here. Antidepressant ration was doubled. Sinus infection. Lang Rebecca. Claims to be unable to take part in communal morning exercises. Theocrotic back pain. Yungen Nikolai. Young. Oh. Young Arene. Insomnia, bruising, premature acromachekia. I cannot pronounce that. I'm fucked. Yi Siegfried. Irritable bronchial asthma. Contact dermatitis. Repeated contact to chemical irritants during work. The one at the top? Oh, archived. You know, just a casual bit of black lung, it's fine. Unlocks from the other side. Wait. Huh? Oh, I skipped it. Weird it's that long, but okay. Key was 560524. No one reads up on target read. Song of the Gods. Possession and distribution of this publication is prohibited and punishable by the Fourth Cultural Protection Act. There exists a connection between all of us that few are fully aware of, a song that we all dance to but few can hear. This deep vibration of the cosmos can not just be heard and felt. We all resonate in harmony with it, shaping it, deforming it around us. Those selective few who can consciously perceive it often fear it. Too oppressive is the sound of the stars, too invasive the noise of the unaware around them, polluting the song with their fickle emotions. But every once in a while, there are some born who cannot only hear and play this music of worlds, but conduct it. Gifted individuals capable of manipulating the essence of the world around them. Many believe that the Grand Empress is such a being. Her immense will bent humanity into the empire of the Yuzhan and lifted us into the stars. It was her power that imbued life into the first of the machine servants that now carry the weight of the empire on their carbon steel backs. No one's given me a hey, what the hell about it, so. The fuck? I couldn't find her. I've looked everywhere. But she is not here anymore. I can't go on. I'm sorry. Oh, what the fuck? Forgive me. Is that how the mutation process is? It is literally death of apathy. The picture is badly damaged. Picture of Issa wearing a school uniform. Isolde. These look like Japanese operary shrines to me, where a picture exists on a stand or some kind of decorated piece and people would leave offerings for it. To be fair, Germans and Japanese culture has... Huh, that's the three dots of a Calibri again. Resonant phenomenon. Synchronicity, phenomenon that is meaningfully related yet lack a casual connection. We've yet to discover the true source of the ability of the mind to alter the physical world, yet creating physical phenomenon remotely simply by consciously or unconsciously willing them into existence forms the basis of the entire field of bioresonance technology. Before the advent of bioresonance technology, casual correlations were often falsely interpreted as simply chance. Many phenomena, such as remote viewing, doppelgangers, or the Pauli effect, have been since classified as synchronistic phenomenon related to bioresonant effects. The world we live in would be impossible without bioresonance, but its origins remain unclear. If it was truly a divine gift from outer space, such as the late Empress claimed, why was she defeated by our great revolutionary, who had no such divine powers? But that's definitely death, and we've definitely got death. Prometheus. Here I sit, forming mortals, after my image, a race resembling me, to suffer, to weep, to enjoy, to be glad, and to thee to scorn as I. Ah, I forgot to open the door over here. I could take a little bit more punishment before I use an auto-injector. Oh god, is that entire hallway just gone? There's the other disc. And more bullets. Okay, so revolver ammo is very forthcoming at this point in the game. It'd be hilarious, though, if you missed Hunter's gun, though. Man, all this revolver ammo and nothing to use it on. Okay, so antenna, transmit, Oshrecht. Due to the power rationing, only a limited number of antennas on the grid are powered at a time. To determine which antennas are currently powered, use the antennae program to triangulate the correct antenna. Take note of the antenna where the test signal can be heard on both dishes. In the transmitter program, enter the antenna number and select the correct sound file to broadcast. Well, it mentioned triangulation. Hold on. Huh. So the number's 43. 43. Let's hope this is set up right. But yeah, that did sound like a number station. To be fair, we know that there's an SOS signal that was being sent out. Assuming the mindfuckery is going on, that may be the signal that's calling out SOS. Specifically, our SOS. Also, nice. It's just described as the meat room. Oh, no help is coming. We're on our own here. Store key and the Star Arcana. You're 3 for 3 right now, Roosh. Something revolving around Paradalia. Butterflies are relevant to this room. I'm just not sure how they're relevant. Okay, I've gotten whacked. Time for an auto-injector. Of which I am not shortcoming on. Back in action. Hell? Oh, it knocked me out for a minute. Yeah, that hallway is gone. And it was useless to come down here anyway. Hell yeah. The Red Eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Rotfront, related to pareidolia. Oh, this is what we needed. The tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called Red Eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Rotfront's planet. Yet for some of the early settlers of Rotfront, this natural phenomenon became symbolic of their struggle and way of life. That red dot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever-present surveillance by the Protectors and the tight grip of the central government on Haymat. Even today, the idea of the unblinking, watchful eye observing their every move still resonates strongly with the people here. During the celebration of Monfest at the end of each season, adult citizens will sometimes give students ration marks that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the Revolution, but the red coins share an eerie resemblance to that red eye. Or is this just parodella too? Should you ever receive one of these red-eyed ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint-covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. Bill doesn't give me any ideas to work with here. It's good to have that information, but I'm just not sure of how to use it. Developer fluid. People's Army, 5th Venetian Infantry Division, Unit 12. Fukuyama, Burgett. Wang, Anna. Ito, Lilith. Lang, Rebecca. Neng, Elise. Park, Novberga. Seo, Alina. Wang, Helena. It's the full picture. Room is hot. Oh, I need the combination of developer and the fuel tank here. The photograph now needs to go into the scanning room. Oh yeah, I didn't check this out either. Grab the Tower Arcana. Since these have been rotting over, make sure that I've got everything I want in here, or else we're in for a very rough time. Oh, there's teeth right there. The sun leaving. I have been found out. I'm sure the white-haired girl working at the photo store in Sector C is bioresident. Be careful. They don't pay me enough to take any more risks. I am on the next ship to Kitsay tomorrow. Meet me at the docks at Sector N if you want to bail too. The sun. The only thing I haven't figured out is the butterflies. Which means I should have all the materials I need to do so. Reunification. Reunification at any cost. Orbital Defense Cannon Battery Veneta 12. Bouillon and Kitsay are in our crosshairs. Artillery divisions of the People's Army. Arobelia. What am I not getting here? Flashlight, maybe? No. Ardelia to see random, meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters smudged in dirt. Oh! Oh, I see it! A-E-O-S. Shit. Aeon. Fine. Fuck it, it works. The moon. It is indeed a word, and it's also an organization in this. Oh, fuck me. I just realized rule of 6. I can only carry so many cards with me. Oh, fuck. Fuck it, I'll blitz through. Whoa, Chunky. Ow. That was me being dumb. The dial ring? The light well above has been consumed by the massive meat, releasing some debris that was caught in the nets above. Pick up the dial ring. Looks like it fits into some clockwork-like mechanism. How would they make a Signalis deck builder? The game's kind of more designed around its survival horror aspect, though, to be fair, a lot of people have a lot of fun with, shall we say, the replicas doing their things. Oh god, that would be misery. Okay, so I do have to put these in correctly. I have the tower, the moon, and the sun. Love. Death. And Lang. Veneta is tower. I have moon and sun. Rot Front and Bouillon. Okay, rereading the book. Lovers goes on Kitsei. Laying his death. Means the last card, it has to be the star. Hold on. No, that's not correct. Is it the phases of the moon? That actually should be right. Lovers goes here. Death goes here. Just attempting to solve puzzles. But hello, Kier-chan. No, that's not correct either. Alright, let's set it back up how the book was doing it. Kitsei is lovers. This is good to hear. Rotfront is... moon. that's the trick. Or maybe... Hold on. Oh, that's a cancel action. That one is the moon. Which in theory means that the star... What is it I'm attempting to solve here? Bouillon. Well, Bouillon's not the right place. Maybe I had it right beforehand and I just was not looking at it correctly. Okay. Unless it's not... The tarot room is not specifically where the problem is solved. What if... The computer's still highlighted. So hold on. Lover is in Kitsei. Lang is tower, is death. Veneta is tower. Sunless Sea is moon. Yeah, Lovers, Lang, Rodfront, Venetia, Hemont. I wonder if that's the solution. That I'm overcomplicating matters. I need to find where to put that puzzle. Oh, those are all solved. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm missing here. Here we are. That's what this was for. Okay, so... Shit. The problem is you can't see it in night light, or the UV light. I gotta go back. Grab me another photo. But the struggle was trying to figure out the point of the Arcana room. But I have figured out the struggle of the Arcana room. And now, I can properly apply myself to the puzzle. Okay, so Lang... So Rodfront is just an empty moon. Looks like the dial ring is... Oh, I need the damn ring. It say is most of a full moon. Bouillon is full, which is already placed. Amat needs a minor adjustment. Pineda needs a massive adjustment. Lang needs a minor adjustment. I think that should be correct. That's the moon, right? Or do I have it backwards that the blue is the... Yeah. If that's the problem, then I've got this wrong. Very badly wrong. Oh. Oh, shit. So that's assuming the sun is full out. Oh, fuck. Oh, good. No choice but forward. It's locked. It requires a key. The door won't open yet. The last seal has been broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the king in yellow. Workforce assignment for Young Areen. We've been informed that your compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to our files, you have previously graduated from Mandelbrot Polytechnical High School in Rockfront Sector C on R3459C and have been recently submitted an application for military service Penrose program. You've been processed by the Aeon Workforce Assignment. Previous work experience, store clerk, Young Photo Store part-time. Compulsory military service, Rockfront Orbital, long-range radio operations officer training. Should you not be accepted by a military service program by the end of the season or find out on their employment, you'll be assigned to the following workplace. R23, Superinsky Production and Mining Facility on Lang. Handgun bullets, a fuck ton of them. Leather Fmutter. My dearest Areen, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you were in the hospital again. I still remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please don't overexert yourself, okay? The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence that she looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she's related to us somehow, though I don't know anyone named Sio in our family. From the looks of it, it was shot of Vanita. Your military service will begin soon, so you may be wearing a uniform like her soon enough. Please send me a photo of when that happens. Love, Mother. Yeah. Radio. Well, all the radios. This is definitely feeling like we got a pack for fucking Bear. Grenades or flares? That is the question. Wait, where the... Oh, I have my flare gun. I could also say hell with the rifle and bring my revolver, because I have shit tons of revolver ammo, and something a little lighter when my power weapon is the flare gun would not be remiss. 12 shots, plus the flare gun. That would allow me to bring both the grenade shells and the flare shells. That alone is a very powerful setup with lots of healing. Auntie's note. Ariane, I left some of yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can warm it up when you get back from school. Please remember to pick up the books your uncle ordered from the Ito bookstore on your way home. Remember to leave some space in your school bag for them this time so they don't get wet. That's some foreshadowing. Okay, so it's going to be a choice between grenades and flares. Fire has been more lethal, so I'm putting away grenades. This is the end. Leave forever? Oh, I don't even have my lights anymore. Adler's note. All efforts containing this illness have been in vain. All the Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on walls and floors where they died. And soon all of us replica will have lost our senses and turned to writhing masses of flesh. I now believe it was not an infectious disease nor some form of poison or radiation. It was a slow corruption of reality itself, as I've relived the same cycle over and over. Each time details change, things are twisted, added, removed. How long until it all turns to nothing but noise? A red dream, a crashed ship, a strange gate, a hole in the ground. An island beyond reach, memories from other lives, dreams of suffering and loneliness, a promise, a search for someone lost. I saw her in the red emptiness waiting for me. We had made a promise. As the memories of a stranger blur into my mind, I felt the borders of myself blur. Now I can no longer tell where Falk ends and Elster begins. Stop. You must turn back. There's nothing for you here. You've tried so many times and you've failed every time. Don't you see you're ruining everything? This is your final warning. Adler. Falk's memory. We were dancing to that song they start the broadcast with. We fell asleep watching that movie that we had seen before so many times. If only I could take us back to that time when we were happy. These memories are mine now. Why did you return? There's nothing for you here. She'll never dance with us again. No matter what we do. She doesn't even want us anymore. Both of us, we are incomplete. Let us become whole again. Ow. Oh, right, she is a psyker. Fuck. The hell? Oh, no, she isn't, and she is kicking my ass. Wait, hold on. Fuck, I can't feedback loop her. Oh. Miss. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of bullets. Oh, I am hard out of ammunition. Fuck. Oh! Oh, god damn it. I'm fucked. Oh. Okay, we make this work. And she can hurt her own. Okay, we're gonna have to get clever with this, but I think we can. Or being in her general vicinity just murders you. Oops. If I only had a shotgun. Ah, damn it. Fuck me, dude. Also, giving me ammo for everything except the one, my primary firearm that I brought. Life sucks, man. Mistake. God, I wish I could use those shotgun shells. Violent scene missing. GG indeed. Now we are one. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This space left intentionally blank. Once again, you've returned. Are you really willing to go through with this once more? You've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. If you go back, it'll all fall apart. I can't let that happen. You selfish monster. My eye! What's with eyes getting stabbed out in this game? You'll destroy everything. Here we are. Penrose Briefing, Phase 2. By our calculations, 1,500 cycles of mission time will have passed when you receive this message. Congratulations, comrade. By now you should become fully acclimatized to your new life on board your ship. As you approach the Orc Cloud, you will search for new worlds will begin. Utilizing the long-range sensors, you will scout for valuable resources, inhabitable worlds, or signs of alien life. Remember to rely on your replica to assist you in maintaining your vessel. We all wish you great success in your mission. When I signed up for this mission, I wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of rot front of school of the photo store, sick of the fake smiles and whispering behind people's backs. When I saw the photo of that soldier, I wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we looked alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I had done or ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here I am finally free. I get to be by myself and do what I want. I can finally be happy. Phase 3. Congratulations, comrade. You've survived 3,000 cycles, reaching the final phase of the Penrose program. With the end of the operational lifetime of your replica unit approaching, it's time to prepare for the final phase of your mission. If you've not found a suitable world for landing by this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others may be successful where you have failed. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will begin to fail, and the radiation may begin to leak from the cooling system. We recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it is still functional, to spare you a slow and agonizing death, and that you take permanent rest in the cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation by partaking in a glorious demonstration of our power. Oh, fuck. Talk some more to the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas I knew back home. Nothing like my teachers, the blockwork protector. I know she didn't have a choice, but it feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. We run away from the world together. At first, I didn't like have someone around, and I was glad that she's quiet and didn't approach me, but lately I've missed having someone I can talk to. It's been so long since I've last seen another person. Never thought I'd miss it, except her. Everything is the same in here, always. Nothing ever changes. What, there's no, coming back? This was a fire off a scout and hope that they find something? What in the fuck? No resupply, no nothing? Had the strangest dream. I was listening on the radio with I was listening to the radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on, and mother was taking notes with a book on her lap. It was that book I saw in the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived, the one with a yellow hooded figure on the cover. When I went there to buy it, it was gone, and Erica said the protectors had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. Everything is always the same. I feel like I'm trapped inside this ship. I know every bolt on every panel in every room of it. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do in here. I can't concentrate on anything. There's like this fog inside my head. Whenever I try to do anything, I just can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I want to feel the wind on my face and hair. I think I've lost more hair. I'm sitting here getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older, weaker, sicker. I get out of breath so easily lately, and my back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? I feel like I'm slowly dying. And this is before the 3,000 cycle, quote-unquote, time frame. She's suffering from radiation sickness. How fucking budget are these ships? I'm 5,009. I'm so tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake again. I'm scared it'll be my last time I said goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us doesn't wake up tomorrow? I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore either. Everything is just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. I just want to go to sleep. Please let me go to sleep. Please just make it stop, please. That's me on the ground. I couldn't keep my promise. Despite my best efforts, I eventually fell ill too. It had to end this way. Oh shit, I forgot I did not need a specific highlight to. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home? Wake up. I've come back for you. It's me, Elster. Elster? I'm sorry, but I don't remember. It's okay. It's been... Please. Just let me stay by your side. A little longer. So all I've done is create a full circle loop. Well, shit. Not sure if we were one step, Oh, really? Well, nice to know that I didn't do anything too weird. Or that I didn't do some sort of, step for a bad ending. Danke für Spleen. Made in Hamburg with love. So how do you get the other endings, then? Ah, so a little Silent Hill 2-ish, where depending on the actions and choices you make, well, quote-unquote choices, it changes things up a bit. So the middle of the... I probably took the middle of the road approach, then. Wasn't afraid to fight, but... Let's see. 8 hours of game time, 7 hours and 30 minutes of actual play time. Saved 25 times, reloaded 3. Died once because of the situation at hand. I never cheated death. Not sure how that worked. Or what death's cheated is. Average time between saves, about 20 minutes per save. Average damage taken, a lot. Lots of healing. Enemies killed, nearly 100. Shots fired, 236. GG. So I absolutely can continue from the... or begin anew. Start over from the beginning. No progress will be lost until you save. Interesting. Ah! Not sure if that is a positive or a negative attribute, then. On the other hand, that can make health items go far longer. Though actually, as I think about it, well, I mean, fundamentally, you're walking to your death. There is no survival from what it understandably is. You're dead before you even get there. You're just there to get the mission done, and that's it. The fact is that they fucked over their entire scout corps. Knowingly, they fucked over their entire scout corps means that this was a tragedy waiting to happen. The fact that they only gave out instructions to find planets at 1,500 and radiation sickness was kicking in about 2,000? Like, what in the fuck? The Primrose program was doomed to failure. This is true, actually. They took a neural program from... They took the neural program from the Primrose program. Well, the Penrose program. I keep remembering it's Primrose when it's Penrose. And I mean, that could be entirely fair. It is a government. Make it look like they're actually sending out, you know, exploration and whatnot. Send out some disposable ships no one's going to miss. Still, you would think that even building a starship is an expensive endeavor. Especially since they're in the war with the Imperials. Yeah, they recommend don't prolong your suffering. And she did. And it's very likely she's a psyker. Apparently a powerful enough one that she was able to distort reality so hard that the entirety of the game happened. On one hand, it seems like a very poorly thought out, military/government program to just, you know, find new worlds and whatnot. On the other hand, I 100% believe the government would do something completely stupid. The logistics train not being anything more than just send them out in a direction, hope they land somewhere. Even still, how are they going to bring back that information? 3,000 cycles, I'm going to assume that's like months? Days? I'm not sure how long a cycle is in this context. If it's months, if it's roughly about the equivalent of our months... Yeah, that seems a bit long. I was about to do the math there. Okay, so 3,000 days... divided by 365 means that ship has a life expectancy of about a year and about 8 years and some change. So 8 years of a failure point. About 4 years in was when the failure point. Honestly, yeah. Also, the fact that they loaded that thing up with enough spare parts and expected life expectancy for 8 years? On one hand, that's a massive amount of resources to invest, even if you only have to stock up the ship for essentially 2 people, and one of those people is a robot, though to be fair, replicas seem to be able to eat. So, okay, let's just keep it simple and say 2 years of supply, 2 people supply. You can make that stretch pretty comfortably. You can even put in some nice amenities and luxuries for 2 people and have it last a reasonable amount of time. But essentially, enough fuel supply for 8 years at max. If the expectation is that at 1,500 the mission is sent out, that means that they're looking for ships roughly within 4 years of travel distance between the core worlds and wherever they're going. Again, that just strikes me as badly managed instead of a political move, because that's still a massive investiture of resources for a country that's at war. I don't know. Something just strikes me as funny regarding this. But then again, it's the government managing a scout program with barely any oversight and knowing it has human resources to spend. Not unbelievable, but whoever managed that program deserves a fucking solid whack in the back of the head for wasting what I presume to be multiple different ships that went out. You're all good, Zephyr. Enjoy that free run. Okay, so because I can't do another run of this and probably get to the other endings, and people say, hey, check them out. Massive spoiler territories from here. But let's go check out those other endings. Gives us something to do. Alright, so... That's window capture. Where is... hell with that. There we go. But yeah, needless to say, spoilers at this point. We've already seen the fake ending. The leave ending. Hey, Otsuid. Hello there, Jake. Yeah, you've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. Yeah, this is 100% spoiler territory, by the way. Mind it. Also, the fact that we're 512 means that arguably there was 511 other vessels that went out. That's not a small-scale project. In the end, I had to leave you behind, but it's too much. Forgive me. Oh, so the weird feet are actually canon. And I assume that you get that ending by either leaving the ship or being a oh, as you mentioned, being a coward, so... I mean, on the other hand, they made giant robot ladies. They know what they're doing. Yeah, most of these people are about 200 centimeters. I'm actually taller in real life than some of these units. I'm 203, so I barely clear some of these people. Some of them, however, like the star units, are like 230. So, yeah. As a frame of reference, I'm 6'8". These people are clearing 7-8 foot easily. Remember our promise. I mean, which makes sense for Falk. She's supposed to be a god. Elster. I can't do it. You have to do it. It's time for this to end. Please. Not hast es Buchten. I'm sorry. Thank you. And then there's a fourth ending. Oh, memory, which is the one we got. So, question. There's a secret ending, supposedly. Do we want to watch that or nah? Do we want to keep it secret? Also, 215,000. Jesus Christ. Dividing that by 365 days? Yeah, so, if I'm doing my math right, 2,115 divided by 365, that's 590 years. Which means the power supply on that, well, it's nuclear, so it's very much, that thing would be able to sustain itself for a while. Cryopods slowing down aging. We don't know what psychic powers do in this universe. The combination of all factors, that's... fuck. That's... holy shit. And the thing is that I know I've been referring to it as psychic powers, but getting actually to the nitty-gritty, it's referred to as bioresonance. So if it's like a biomancy going on, yeah, no, she could absolutely sustain her own lifespan to infinitum if she has control over the molecular scale or her own biology. Fuck. Yeah, no, that's fucking terrifying. That is actual horror right there. Not the monsters, not the pustule flesh, though that's also unsettling in its own right. Being stuck in hell for 500 years, nearly 600 years, hoping against hope that someone puts you out of your misery, and that the ship can sustain its power for that long. I'm just curious. Nuclear isotope. It would be, what's the... trying to think of what the common nuke, it's... what do they use? Uranium, that's what it is. What's the half-life of uranium? Just curious. Half-life is 703.8 million years. And that's its releasing its energy. Okay, so that's probably not a good way of telling how long that would be. How much do they have to replace the rods? Every 12 to 24 months. Also not a good analogy. So it's probably instead of fission, it's fusion. That would make more sense. Because they mentioned that the shielding is failing. So, yeah. If it's a fusion engine, for a ship that size, powering only needed for two, it crashed, and then it's only sustaining off of emergency power and constantly firing off an SOS signal. Yeah, no, that's going to be quite literally until the stars blot out. Or that's how relevantly long it'll be. That's yikes. Well, let's go see the secret ending and see what kind of meme tactic this was. Also, the fact of that makes memory kind of more painful because it's one step away from the goal that we just can't get to. Also, in theory, that also means that memory is its own kind of fucked up place of being. Because it's been so long that Elster has literally either gotten Alzheimer's, not Elster, Arene, sorry, I keep thinking of Elster. No, Arene has either gone senile, has had essentially dementia, or that she's so lost in the sauce that her brain has fried from the nuclear radiation. Which is really fucking sad. Holy shit. It's a plant. And that coffin is a plant. Six bodies? Revolving around a crystal. Different kinds of units from the replica series that we didn't even see. Remember our promise. Um, well, I don't know how you get it. Assuming from what I've seen, You grab a plant, you offer it as ritual, you die, and I guess you live in a fantasy space where everything is fine. If anything, that ending strikes me more as as well, one, even more cowardly than the coward ending, because you don't even just leave. You just delude yourself into a fantasy. It's what you want to happen rather than what actually needs to happen. It's wish fulfillment in a sense. Because assuming that either we are the dead Elster who's going through psychic hell with Arian, or we're a projection of Arian wanting to kill herself to get out of this hell. We are essentially the subconscious element of the romance, the caring, the love, the we can pretend this isn't happening. We can let the death of the universe come as long as we're here together. It's very much the same kind of music and dance that they introduced during the fake ending as well, which is why my thought process goes in that direction. It's the desiring for better times, it's the denial of the truth. It's it's going back to the fake ending and residing in that fake ending. At least that's how it strikes me. It feels like you're embracing the fake. You're embracing you want the fake ending to be true rather than fulfilling your obligations and promises. Leaving is an active acknowledgement of that you can't do it and that you betrayed your word. Memory is falling one step short of the goal and creating a loop where it continues again. And promise is actually getting the job done. This strikes me as I wish the fake ending was true. Anywho, that's my interpretation on matters. So, yeah, no, that's fuck. The horror really comes out when you realize just when you sink your teeth in and you realize how bad things are over something utterly mundane. All of this, everything going wrong, and potentially how far reaching this could be, is summed up by a singular sentence. The government fucked up. Alternatively, the government went cheap. Because I'm inclined to believe that this is just the dying psychic echoes of someone. I'm not sure if this is actually infecting other planets, or if this is sort of like a miniature conch field, where in this localized area, these people believe that they have reality when it's just entirely in its whole scale, just this is a projection which is strong enough to create what they believe to be life, or the memories of these people believe that they're real, but live something a la in the Matrix where they just are in they will eventually disappear, and they are slowly becoming aware that they are part of a world that simply cannot be. It could be entirely the case that she's strong enough that she's absolutely mutating the shit out of Rotfield. Or Rotfront. I'm going with the interpretation of she's creating a localized conch field, of which everything that's going wrong is localized exactly where it is, and that because psionics seem to be powerful in this universe, but they also seem to be replicatable. Falk and the Calibri units create localized effects. So I don't think psionics in this universe is quite literally capable of going across the vast expanse and going to just say mind blast people from across the way back in the core worlds. No way that's happening. Otherwise, they would be doing it from within the universe. So I think she's just going through a purgatory and hoping that eventually someone can free her from her torment. Which actually kind of gives memory a new kind of consideration for me then. Is memory her going through brain death then? Ariane is going through brain death at that moment, and thus it's kind of a half victory that we've been through the cycle so much that eventually it did just kind of peter out. Compared to Promise, where she has the finality and peace of death, where memory is a case of death has eventually come for her and she's unaware. Lots of interpretation. I'm just spinning my wheels at this point. We need to figure out something else to do or end early. I apologize for going on just a listen to me stand on my soapbox and spiel. Oh, it's 100%, sobriety is. This game has some Evangelion. It has a lot of Evangelion in its DNA right now. So, yes, if it's a little bit of mindfuck, there's a reason for that. Evangelion is, uh, Evangelion is, if it should tell you where my mental space was when I was a kid, that's the first anime I watched, alongside Fooly Cooly. My dad had very weird tastes. That is not something a kid should be watching, by the way. That's, Oh, it's a great anime, don't get me wrong. It's not something a kid should be watching. Alright. What do I got on Quickfire that we could basically get done in a round or two? Isn't Bible Black a little on the wacky side too? I do not know about Gundam Seed's finer detailings. Let's see. I could do some Barony. I could do. You know what? It's in theme. Oh, God. I don't own High Fleet. I do have Synthetic ready and good to go. And it is kind of in theme with what we were doing. But yeah, let me quickly flip over the recording. But yeah, thank you for watching Signalis. That was I can see why it's held up very well. It's damn good for what it is. Definitely worth the money. Definitely worth a trip. Honestly, a little bit more violent for a survival. Well, it's not really that violent. There aren't that many boss fights. But it feels nice. Rockfront was, I don't know. It felt like it was a little put on. It was still a good area. The puzzles were great. Just, I don't know. Maybe with the having to, yeah, I took like a week to get back to things. I don't know. Maybe it was just a tempo break. But Act 1, Act 2, very damn solid. Act 3, as much as I betray the setting for it, maybe it could have been emphasized a little bit more that you're supposed to go around just blasting shit. I think I still try to play it like Act 1 or Act 2, and it felt a little slow in comparison. I don't know. Alright, give me a quick second to flip it.